I'm 83 years old, and I spent 40 years chasing success and lost everyone who loved me. That sentence didn't come easily. I've been circling around it for years without saying it out loud. At my age, you stop lying to yourself because there's no one left to impress. What's left is truth, whether you like how it sounds or not. Most days now are quiet. Not the peaceful kind people imagine when they talk about retirement. It's a thin quiet, the kind that echoes. I wake up early, sit in the same chair, and let my body loosen up enough to stand. There's no urgency anymore, no schedule that matters, just time. Too much of it.
When you're young, you think time is something you need to manage. When you're old, you realize it's something you're trying to fill. I'm not telling this because I want sympathy. I'm telling it because this life made sense while I was living it. That's what scares me most. None of my choices felt wrong at the time. They felt responsible, logical, necessary. I didn't wake up one morning and decide to sacrifice my relationships. I decided to be successful. Everything else followed quietly. In my 20s, success meant survival. I didn't come from much. Stability mattered. Being respected mattered. I wanted to be someone people could point to and say, he did well. I worked hard. I showed up early and stayed late. I learned to measure my worth by results, promotions, titles, numbers that proved I was moving forward. People praised that. They rewarded it. No one warned me. When someone wanted my time, I gave them explanations instead. When someone wanted my attention, I promised it later. I told myself this was temporary, that once I reached a certain point, I'd slow down. That point kept moving. I didn't think I was neglecting anyone. I thought I was building something for all of us. That's the story I told myself, and I believed it. At home, I was there physically. I ate dinner. I slept in the same bed. But my mind was always elsewhere, meetings, deadlines, plans. I listened just enough to respond. I nodded. I agreed. I postponed. I didn't realize how often postponing sounds like indifference to the people waiting. The damage wasn't sudden. That's the dangerous part. Nothing broke all at once. Relationships don't usually end with explosions. They end with erosion. I missed birthdays and told myself there would be others. I missed conversations and told myself they weren't urgent. I missed chances to really know the people who cared about me. They stopped trying before I noticed they were gone. By my 40s, I was what people called successful. I had the things I was supposed to want. From the outside, my life looked solid, predictable, impressive even. Inside, it was already thinning. I remember moments that didn't seem important then. Someone waiting for me to finish a call. Someone starting to say something personal and stopping when they saw I was distracted. Invitations that stopped coming because the answer was always the same. I told myself that was the price of success. I paid it without reading the receipt. The turning point didn't come when I lost my job or my money. It came when someone I loved stopped trying to reach me. Not dramatically, just quietly. No argument, no goodbye. At first, I assumed they were busy. Then I assumed they'd call eventually. They didn't. Later, much later, I realized I had trained them not to. As the years passed, the world narrowed. People moved on. Some passed away. Others filled their lives with people who were present, not just reliable. I was reliable. I always had been. I just wasn't available. Now, sitting here at 83, I can see the full shape of it. Success gave me control. It gave me structure. It gave me proof. What it didn't give me was connection. There are things now that cannot be repaired, words I will never say, apologies that have nowhere to land, relationships that exist only as memories of what they could have been. Time doesn't negotiate. It doesn't care how good your reasons were. I live with that knowledge now, quietly, without drama. It's part of me. There is gratitude here for the life I lived, for the work I did, for the moments that were real. And there is sorrow, steady, unresolved, the kind that doesn't fade.
If you're listening to this, I'm not here to tell you how to live. I don't believe in instructions anymore. Life is too complicated for that. But I can tell you what I wish I had known. Success doesn't keep people close. Presence does. And you don't notice what you're losing while you're busy winning. I spent 40 years chasing success, and now, at 83, I understand what it cost me. I carry that quietly, and I leave it with you.